Let's go. You know today's show is sponsored by SeatGeek. Come on, man. I'm talking about the top-rated ticketing app. 28 million downloads, over 70,000 events offered. Y'all heard me talk about them just last show. I said I used them this weekend, all right? I needed parking passes for the game. Now, this week, we got another one right here in the city, and I'm super excited about it. Might need a couple of tickets, so let me just see what we got as options, and that is the beautiful part about the app. You can see everything that you're looking for in terms of the value of the seats, if you think the seats are good or not, everything about that. But more importantly, I got a promo code. I got something for you. And it's simple. When it's your first time using the app, you download it, use the promo code Moats, you get $20 off of your first order. It is that simple, man. All right. So you see the promo code, you already know the app, but now let's get back to regularly scheduled programming. Let's get to these game picks because, like I said, I'm excited about this one because your boy's been having a hot week. All right. I've been having a hot past 2 weeks. Okay. I told you there was once upon a time where Tyler Candelaria thought he could beat me in this. He thought he was going to wash me in this. He thought that his, ability to assess the games and the situation was at a higher level than the boy. Okay. And for a little while, he had a little lead. But your boy done walked him down. Your boy is feeling good. Your boy is feeling nice with these picks. All right. So, of course, we got to give the update, right? Got to give the update. Now, I usually have this thing chopped up, but it is what it is. We're going to swap it up, switch it up on them today. But coming into last week, man, we said, shoot, man, I was up. I was feeling good, right? I was 39-40 entering week 8. Tyler was 34-45 entering to week 8. And, I said, man, I was a little hot, right? I had finally caught up to him, finally surpassed him. It was like, yo, let's keep this thing rolling, right? Well, of course, your boy did that again this past week, going 8-5, while young Tyler went 7-6. Bless his heart. He tried. Okay. What they say, you get an E for effort. He gets an E for effort. Okay. So with that, let me go ahead and pull up last week's scores so that way y'all can see them as I go ahead and document this whooping that I gave that boy. All right. So shout out to Tyler one time for the coach. If you know, you know. Okay. But for references, for those that, are keeping track of the score. Last week, man, started out with that Thursday night action, man. And this is not that right week. There we go. Let me get the right week up. That was like Baltimore plays that night and Thursday, not last week. All right. But last week, man, it started out with the Vikings and Chargers, man. I took the Chargers in that -3. Tyler took the Vikings. We know Chargers went to town on the Vikings, 37-10. It was beautiful to see. That's how we got the festivities rolling. All right. Then after that, man, we both rolled with the smart choice right here. Buffalo, right? Buffalo Bills were 7-point favorites on the road versus the Carolina Panthers, and they won 40-9. It was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. Loved everything I saw about it. All right. Can't even lie to you. Okay. Can't even lie to you. But then from there, we followed it back up, right? Because it was Jets week. Okay. And with the Jets, we know that this is Justin Fields coming back out there. This is right after Woody Johnson, the owner, had made the comments about, Fields and their lack of ability to pass the football and how any coach that has had to have that player, it would look like this as a result. And we said, man, Fields responded with, man, I'm strong on my faith. It's adversity. I'm excited about it. Then, he comes out there and lights it up. Leads the Jets to their first win of the season under the Aaron Glenn era, right? And Fields played well, man, too. 244 through the air, 21-32, and he had a touchdown through the air, but 39-38. So they got the dub, man. So they were heavy dogs, +6.5. And I told you, I was like, yo, the Bengals are going to look good offensively, but they still give up a lot of points. And I didn't think that they would score 38 points, but I did think they would look good. But shout out to the fact that Jets were able to get the dub in that, man, and help me get my win as well. All right. Then from there, man, Tyler and me both chose the Patriots in this matchup because, well, number one, Patriots been looking good. All right. talk about what the Patriots have done this year versus, Cleveland. It was like Cleveland, man, young quarterback, kind of all over the place. They were moving pieces on. Everything looked good. Everything went exactly according to plan, except Myles Garrett going for like 5 sacks, going absolutely nuts out there. But Patriots took care of business 32-13. So clearly won by more than 7. And that's why we both got a dub on that one. Now, after that, we both took L's with the Falcons. We said there is no way the Falcons are going to lose to the Dolphins. Now, I also did not know that we were going to get Kirk Cousins in this versus Michael Penix. So that also had a negative impact. Shout out to me for that. Okay, I should have known. But Tyler also took the Falcons. So we both took an L on that one. So it was a wash. It was good. We ain't tripping on that one at all. All right. Then from there, man, we both I wrote with the Giants, man. I was feeling the young guns, Cam Scatterboo, and shout out to Cam Scatterboo, man. Speedy recovery on that one. Woo. But I had the Giants. He had the Eagles in it, man. The Giants were getting 7.5 points. And the Eagles went on to beat them by 18. All right. Now, I think it was because Scottaboo got hurt. It just threw off the vibe. You know what I mean? The energy was off. But yeah, man, that got out of hand. All right. So shout out to that one. From there, though, man, it was Bears, Ravens, and we both got fooled. I know I'm not the only one. I know y'all in the comment section felt it too. Y'all was over here like, yo, the Ravens are struggling. No Lamar. They don't have an identity. We said, man, Cooper Rush doesn't fit. And what they do, they went and called in Snoop Huntley, the Pro Bowler. Shout out to Tyler Huntley, man. Brought him in the building, and then what did they do? Went 30-16. That's what they did. That is exactly what they did. Now they have a bye week, but that is what they did. So shout out to them, but now they get the short week, so I do like that. All right, you don't get no rest for the weary, okay? But then from there, man, we had the Niners game. I took the Niners. Tyler did as well. I was believing in Mac Jones. They got 1.5 points, and the Texans went on to win 26-15. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, seriously, what are you doing? Right? But that was that part of it, man. But to me, man, I still feel confidence in Mac Jones and that Niners team, man. I think that, they still play a good brand of football. Just the Texans, they found a way that night, man. They found a way. From there, I got back in the winning column, and obviously Tyler copied my work as well. But we both took the Bucks -4.5. Don't matter. They was playing the Saints. Saints are going through quarterback hell right now, man. Obviously, Derek Carr retired on him before the season. They were rolling with Spencer Rattler. He was having moments of looking decent, and then it was like not so much. Now they're supposed to turn to Tyler Shuck. All right, so shout out to them, but the Bucks beat them 23-3. Love to see that. From there, man, the team that I've been riding with a lot this year, and still, this is about to be the first time I have to go against them. The Colts, -14 versus the Titans, and they won 38-14, bro. It was gorgeous, man. It was absolutely gorgeous. I like the Colts, man. I like them a lot, except they got to play us this week. So that's the struggle for them. All right, but I like them a lot. They finding ways. Shout out to Indiana Jones and company, man. All right, but not too much love because, like I said, they got action this week. Heavy action this week. From there, though, man, it was a glorious day. It was a glorious day because I was rolling with Sean Payton, Bo Nix, and the Denver Broncos versus the Dallas Cowboys, man. Tyler was feeling the star power from Dallas. Ben was feeling that offensive prowess. And the Broncos went to town, 44-24. I loved it. And like I said, Broncos was favored about 3.5, so they clearly won and covered. Shout out for that. Me and Tyler both took the L with the Steelers. We know how that one ended. I blame you, Tito, or I blame you, somebody. All right, somebody got to get blamed for this. Maybe it's you, Leah. All right, that was your fault that the Steelers lost that one +3. Okay. But then after that, I got back on the winning column to end last week. To end week 8, I ended it with the Chiefs. They were -10.5 points versus the Commanders. They take care of business 28-7. That felt really good. All right. That felt really good. Tito, don't you try to minimize your role, bro. It was you and Lee. All right. Both of y'all. And in fact, I'm going to throw K Hart in there too. All right. You were also part of the reason why my Steelers pick last week didn't win. Okay. But other than that, I felt like I had an exceptional week. It felt like a dang good time. All right. So we're in a good space right now. Okay. So now, as we currently sit, okay, because of last week, because of the 8-5, I'm unfortunately 47-45, just 2 games above 500. Okay. And no, David Decker, you are not in the clear. You're not in the clear. 47-45 means that you're heavily a part of me just being 2 games over 500. Y'all complain about Coach Tomlin just barely being over 500, right? Never having a season under 500. Don't put me in the category. I want to be, you know what I'm saying, expanding on this even more so. Okay. Dang. So it is your fault, David. Chris Hobson is your fault too. Hit the like button one time for the coach if you know you know. But my 47-45 record, I'm seeking comfort. It's your fault. Y'all supposed to be helping me out. Okay. Y'all supposed to make sure that everything goes legit. So make it make sense. Okay. Make it make sense. Now, Tyler, on the other hand, Tyler got a lot of work on his hand. He got a lot of room for improvement. Y'all need to send thoughts and prayers. My man Tyler sitting at 41-51 right now. All right. 41-51 is a whole lot worse than 47-45. I'm just throwing that out there. All right. So I feel good. I feel safe. I feel confident. And this is another week where, we should be able to get after it. Okay. We should definitely be able to get after it this week. Now, of all the picks, this week, we only got 4 where we disagree upon: Colts, Steelers, Patriots, Falcons, Packers, Panthers, Bengals, and Bears. Okay. So we're going to talk about them. We're going to definitely talk about them. I was looking out at my phone. I was like, yo, I hear my phone ringing. It was my grandma calling me. Shout out to grandma. All right. Hey, man, if y'all got y'all grandma, you know what I mean? Your grandma be calling y'all on occasion. Man, hit that like button one time for the coach. And don't forget to subscribe either. All right. We got to love grandmas. All right. I should have answered the phone, but my grandma, she, you know what I mean? She having a lot of fun. All right. She at the fun stage of life. So you don't know what might have came out on the air. Okay. So I'm going to call you back, grandma. All right. But love you. You know that. All right. Let's get it, man. Yeah. Let's say, y'all thought I was joking. See? Say Grandma Barbara, man. She called me right there. Grandma Barbara. Shout out to Grandma Barbara, man. All right. Let's get it, man. Let's get it. Grandma Barbara from Philly too, man. But she ain't no Eagles fan. All right. She rocked with the boy. Okay. So she was a Bills fan when I was playing. She was a Steelers fan. All right. So she down for the squad. She represent. She representing. All right. She representing. But yeah, shout out to Grandma Barbara, man. All right. Need your Grandma Barbara in your life. All right. I don't know if y'all got that gangster grandma. I got that gangster grandma. All right. I got a gangster one. All right. Everyone's like, we need one in your life. She's fun. It's just fun. Be like, yo, let me call her up real quick. We're about to have a blast. All right. But like I said, can't have her on this show right here. Ooh, not right now. Not right now. All right. But let me continue on with this week's picks, because we are to week 9 right now. Okay. And with it being week 9, like I said, man, you know how we got to start this thing. Man, we got Thursday night football, man. The Rat Birds taking the trip all the way down to Miami, to MIA, and Baltimore is heavily favored in this matchup, 7.5 points, which would typically be a lot if Lamar Jackson wasn't out there. But Lamar Jackson is out there. So if Lamar Jackson is out there, it's hard to go against that one. And we all know what Miami has looked like this season. Not the best, right? When we talk about, the quarterback situation and everything like that, man. So we both, me and Tyler, go with the Ravens in this matchup. From there, man, it's Sunday action, and we got division action, NFC North. Vikings traveling to Detroit to play the Lions. Lions are favored by 8.5 points. Me and Tyler both agree with that. And I mean, it's hard for me to not go with that. You think about the Vikings. They have been starting Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz has elected to have the shoulder surgery. We saw how that last game went on was that Monday or Sunday night or whatever, or no, excuse me, last Thursday night when they played or whatever. And you could just see, man, he was struggling, man. He was kind of labored out there, man. So they got to go, and have another quarterback make a start, man. So with that, I do like the Lions, man. I do think that they're playing some really good team ball right now, offensively and defensively, man. They got my dude Kelvin Shepard over there, quarterbacking that thing. And yeah, man, I like the energy over there, man. So let's roll with them. Next up, man, Chargers at the Tennessee Titans, man. Watching the Titans. The Titans are, the Titans are the Titans. They look like they fired their head coach. They look like they got a young quarterback. They look like they got a team full of just pieces that don't really have an identity all the way. And yeah, I don't see that changing. And then the flip side, you think of the Chargers, physical, have an identity, proven quarterback, playmakers on defense, pissed off, all of the things that you want to throw in. And when I say pissed off, just because, you're not undefeated. Whenever you lose at any point in time, man, it carries on, right? You want to continue to stack victories. That's the whole mindset, the mantra. And we know that, man, the Chargers dropped a tough one to the Colts, man, just 2 weeks ago, right? So with that, though, man, I do like the Chargers to win this, man, and cover. They're favored by 8.5 points. But I think it's appropriate. No holds barred. I think it's appropriate, man. All right. Now we got Steelers and Colts, man. It's Colts coming into town, and the Steelers are home dogs. Roo, 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 roo. Minus 3 points at the Casa. Now, the Colts on paper, I do agree. I think that, it makes a lot of sense when you look at how they can run the ball, how they can throw the ball, the amount of points they're scoring on average, the consistency they're putting on tape. But, just call me the guy that has to just see. I'm Curious George at times, right? They always say, he going to whoop your tail. I'd be like, man, you sure? Hey, he nicer than you. You think so? Man, I think he gonna knock you out. Or it's only one way to find out, right? When can we find out, right? Hey man, I'm gonna whoop you later. Why we gotta wait that long? Wait, what's wrong with right now? Like, I'm just, blaming. I don't know, but usually say blame it on alcohol, but I ain't even drinking. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, I don't know, but I'm just curious. I remember they told me the Vikings is gonna, take us behind the watershed and go BTA. That's belt to your horse, right? But I don't know. I'm curious. I've always been curious throughout my life. I've always been that guy, man. So, here we are. I'm around with the black and the go on this one, fellers and ladies. I won't discriminate. But yeah, man. So give me the Steelers +3, man. Let's get it how we live, man. Let's see what happens, man. Tyler, on the other hand, is using conventional wisdom. He's using logic. He's using reason. He's taking all the information and he's removing personal feelings and he's making an educated decision. And I do think if I was not as heavily a part of it and not as close to it, I could also take a similar approach. But it's just so hard for me to ever believe that they can't do it. Okay. And I'm speaking specifically to the spread, all right? Because we get 3 points, okay? So I just need to, just as long as we in that range, I'm good. Okay? But that's how my energy it is. But like I said, for Tyler, he's taking the Colts. All right. So some people might say smart move, but I digress. Next up. Patriots hosting the Falcons, man. Patriots at the crib, -5.5 points, which, it's a decent amount, man. That means you got to win by a touchdown, realistically, 6 points. And yeah, I like the Patriots. Can't lie, man. The way Drake May is slinging it, the way they're running the football, the wide receivers, Booty and Diggs, right? Both of them dudes, man, being super productive. The defense is playing well, and Vrabel is coaching them dudes well, man. And then the flip side, when I think of the Falcons, I like Bijan. I like the offense. I like some of that, but I know that, yeah, man. Question about the quarterback situation, man. All right. Whether it's Cousins or if it's Penix coming back from injury, I just, I'm a little iffy on that one. So, yeah, I like the Patriots in that. But Tyler's rolling with Falcons. All right. He says Falcons -5.5. So, we're going to see. We're going to see about that one. Okay. I haven't had enough time to see if I got, which Kirk Cousins version I get. Usually, Kirk at 1 o'clock is safe. The later it gets, the more you don't want to have Kirk, right? 425 is like worst case scenario. 8 o'clock or later, just don't do it. Right? So 1 o'clock, typically I'm good, but this would be his second start. So if that is the case. And y'all know the lemon lime gang busting today. Come on, man. Stall me out. And I ain't gonna lie too, man. A good cold Gatorade just hit. It just quenches my thirst. Okay, just quenches my thirst. When you research as much as I research on occasion, man, your throat get dry all the time. All right, lips get dry. You gotta stay hydrated. All right, you gotta stay hydrated. Hydrate. So I'm always drinking water, and I'm always looking for that cold just Gatorade out the refrigerator, and it just chef's kiss. All right, so shout out to that. And hopefully y'all are digging what we on today. And if y'all hit the like button, don't forget to subscribe either if you're new to the channel, baby. All right, but let's get back to the picks. Because we got Panthers traveling to Green Bay, and Green Bay heavily favored, 13.5 point favorites to be exact. So they got to win by 14 or more. I just seen Carolina get dog walked 40-9. I was watching it. and it was like the slow, efficient, just like run, play action, run, 10-yard pass, run. Oh, missed tackle, touchdown, missed tackle, touchdown. It was a lot of that on the tape. And I think the Packers are going to also be able to do similar things that Buffalo did. Yeah, I like the Packers to win that and to cover that. Tyler is taking the more logical approach, and he's saying 13.5 points at the NFL level is a large spread. Teams typically don't get beat by 14. They barely get beat by double digits. So that he's taking into account, he's taking the Panthers in this matchup, at least from the points perspective. So I do dig that. And that's the fun part too, man. We're just talking about the spread or picking against it. It's easy to pick the winner or the loser in terms of just record wise or who we think will win the game. But when you throw in them points, you got to account for, okay, yeah, that team is better, but we think that team is 6 points better. Do you agree? Or do you think that that team is less than 6 points worse? You be like, dang, now that's a way different ask because I think they're going to lose. But do I think they're going to lose by more than 6? I don't know. So that's the fun part. That's what we do, man. All right. That's why we do what we do. All right. But let's keep the picks rolling. Okay. Because now we back out there with the boys in Denver, right? Denver Broncos traveling to Houston, face the Texans. Texans are favored at -1.5. Broncos coming off of a big victory versus the Cowboys, right? We saw how they was able to do it, but they also going to be without Pat Surtain the second, man, one of their best players, man, reigning defense player of the year. And the Texans are tough, man. Texans just won. I think they just won last week. Excuse me. But the Texans, man, they play a good ball, man. They know how to run it. They can throw it. They got good defense, man. And you know that they're going to be a tough team, man. CJ Stroud feels good. This is the battle of the young guys, right? But for me, I like the Broncos in this, man. I think that they're just playing with more confidence right now. I think the road that they've had to travel, the teams that they've had to overcome, I think has given them more belief. And with the Texans, man, they kind of went through a little bit of rocky patch to start it off, man. We were like, yo, is it CJ Stroud? Is it the receivers? Is it the O-line? Like, what it is. And now they kind of figuring it out. But for me, man, I like the Broncos in this, and Tyler also agrees about the Broncos as well, man. So shout out for that one. Then from there, man, we back disagreeing again because we got the Bengals hosting the Bears. Joe Flacco's getting 3 points. Bengals +3 home dogs. Took one home dog earlier with the Steelers. Same scenario, 3 points. Now, I do feel like the Bengals match up a lot better with the Bears, but the flip side is the longer Flacco is out there and, this style of spamming Jamar Chase targets, the more that gets, shown on tape, I think the harder it will be to kind of defend against it. But you got a T. Higgins over there. And to me, I just think that that's enough to keep it close. And if you're getting 3 points, I think with Chicago, they're my young wild card team. Like, I think that they can, blow out the Bengals right now, but I also can see them losing to the Bengals because that's what happens when you got young people out there, especially at the leadership position, man, in terms of Caleb Williams and some of just the receivers and stuff. I don't feel like it's all the way matured just yet. It's a lot of moving pieces and parts over there. New head coach, also young guy, first time head coach. To me, man, I think the Bengals will find a way to at least cover. All right. Bears might win it. I think the Bengals do win this though, man. But I like the Bengals to at least cover this game, and they're getting 3 points. All right. Tyler on the flip side is going with the Bears. He's taking the safe pick. Nothing wrong with taking the safe pick, all right? But I think this one will come out to backfire, all right? We're going to find out soon, all right? We're going to have these games go by, and then we'll come back next week and be like, yeah, you might have been right on that one. Might have been right. But I feel confident. If there's not any other pick, that's the one I think I feel the most confidence in. I'm 100% confident on it almost, okay? 100% confident in it almost. But now let's talk, man, because we got Niners going West Coast to East Coast. Got to go to New York to face the Giants. Giants, not favorite, excuse me, on that one. Getting 2.5 points, man. So home dogs once again. And I've been rolling with the home dogs, but they going this where the buck stops. Can't do it this time. Absolutely not. Give me Mac. Give me the Niners. 2.5 points. They are favored by, so they got to win by 3 or more, but I think they get it done. Tyler agrees. Also, you have to remember, no Cam Scatterboo, man. No Cam Scatterboo. So to me, I think that is going to have an impact on just the team's overall swag, their morale. You talk about what Scatterboo brought to the table from a physicality standpoint, and that's Jackson Dark's young running mate. Right. So it's like, man, you lose a piece of that. I think that's going to have too much of an impact. And that will stop the party train. All right. But I do like the Niners. Like I said, -2.5. So they will have to win by 3 points. We get another massive spread here, man. LA Rams hosting the New Orleans Saints. Saints having to go East Coast to West Coast. Rams favored by 14. Me and Tyler both agree. If Matthew Stafford is healthy and he's out there with Devontae Adams, we do not care about any of this other stuff. Puka Nacua, we do not care about all this other stuff. They can run the football. We do not care about all this other stuff. They got a D-line that can rush the passer. We do not care about all this other stuff, man. The Rams been to walk the dog on the daggone Saints, man. That's how I see it for sure. Then from there, Jags traveling to Vegas. Vegas, home dogs getting 3.5 points. Doesn't matter. Trevor Lawrence, Travis Etienne. That's the crew. Little Travis Hunter. Maybe Brian Thomas Jr. will play well enough that I can put him back into my fantasy starting lineup, all right? Because the way he's been playing these past, couple weeks, I'm just like, yo, who are you? I don't get this. I thought that you're supposed to be consistent, man. You're a top guy. Not the case. I've had to sit him for a couple. All right. So hopefully, he can start turning the corner and give me a reason to put him back in the lineup. All right. But yeah, he's in timeout for a little bit. Okay. He's in timeout. But like I said, man, me and Tyler both agree we want Jags -3.5, so they got to win by 4 points from there. A rarity. I got the Bills as underdogs. Bills getting 2.5 points as they host the Kansas City Chiefs at 425. Electric. This game always goes back and forth. We know this. Me and Tyler both are taking the Bills with the points, though, man. 2.5 points in this matchup. We know regular season wise, Josh Allen has won this matchup a lot, right? Put up crazy numbers a lot. They scored a lot of points in this process. The losses from Buffalo's standpoint versus the Chiefs have taken place in the playoffs. If this game was in the postseason, I think I take the other side in terms of the points, right? But in terms of regular season, stop playing with me, all right? You're going to have to show me first because I ain't seeing them lose that one too often, all right? No. I'm trying to be nice about it. I'm trying to be respectful about it. But if you know, you know. And what David Decker said, never doubt him. You never doubt Josh Allen. Pittsburgh Ty called him a smooth operator. I would agree also. Okay. I'm just throwing it out there. I for sure would agree. Okay. Makes me happy all the time. But definitely when I'm getting points with Josh, yeah, gotta roll with that one. Points with Josh Allen, gotta roll with that one. From there, and like I said, Tyler also agrees. From there, man, we have Seahawks traveling to the Commanders. The Commanders have been struggling as well, more health related than anything, and that doesn't like it's going to stop. The Seahawks, on the other hand, confident, physical, has a brand of ball that travels. They run the ball well, play action pass well, and play defense at a high level. Don't turn the ball over, aren't highly penalized, and that's why they're tough to beat. I like the Seahawks -3 on the road to take care of business versus the Commanders. Tyler also does as well. So should be good locked in there. Then we got Monday Night Football. Dallas Cowboys hosting the Cardinals. Cowboys are favored by 2.5 points. And initially, I actually was going to go with my alumni status and go with the Cardinals. I was like, I think Kyler Murray, he could sling that thing a little bit, the way he moves. We obviously don't know James Conner, Marvin Harrison Jr., up and down, but still can produce. The tight end, McBride, good player. And I was just like, man, I think the Cowboys can just score, though. And when you can score, it just makes it challenging. It makes it very difficult to deal with. And I think they're going to be able to score a lot in this one, or at least have the ability to play out in front, which is what the Cowboys want to do in terms of throwing that football, man. And I have to get too enamored with the defensive element of it. So for me and Tyler, we both take the Cowboys in this matchup, man. So shout out to us, man. But like I said, man, I'm feeling good. So as a whole, man, we are pretty locked in this week. We only have 4 differences, right? Like I said, man, I have the Steelers +3. He has the Colts. I have the Patriots -5.5. He has the Falcons. I have the Packers -13.5. He has the Panthers. And then I have the Bengals +3. And he has the Bears. So Not a lot of funny business this week, so we're gonna find out. We're gonna get to the bottom of it, but I'm excited. But you guys, let me know, man. What game, or picks? No, not even that. I was about to ask which game are you most looking forward to, but I know y'all better be saying the Steelers game. So outside, right, excluding the Steelers game, which game y'all kind of eyeing like, ooh, that's gonna be a fun one this week, man. What's the one that when y'all not watching the Steelers one, if you have to look around another one, what's that one for you this week? All right, let me know in the comment section, baby.